Last time we talked about the 90 seconds after you snap, how to get through the spike without throwing another log on the fire. But let's be honest about something. Sometimes you don't catch it in time. Sometimes the log is already on, the fire already caught, and you said the thing or slammed the thing or went cold and walked out without a word. It already happened. So today isn't about prevention. Today is about the part almost nobody was taught how to do, how you come back. Because here's what most of us do instead. We do nothing and we let it calcify. Another brick in a wall that gets a little taller every time. Or we overcorrect into groveling, which feels like taking responsibility but usually isn't. Or we offer the thing that wears the costume of an apology but does the opposite. And I want to start there with the fake ones because you have to be able to spot them in your own mouth. The first fake apology is the one with a but in it. I'm sorry I raised my voice, but you kept pushing me. Everything before the but gets erased by everything after it. What the other person hears is not an apology, it's a setup, a way of saying this was actually your fault, and here's my evidence. If there's a but, it's not a repair, it's a rematch. The second one is the sorry you feel that way. I'm sorry you got upset. That's not an apology for what you did. It's a comment on their reaction. And underneath it is the quiet message that the real problem is that they're too sensitive. People feel that instantly, even if they can't name it. And the third one is the grovel. And this is the sneaky one because it looks like the most sincere. I'm the worst. I always do this. I don't know why you put up with me. Here's the problem with that. It moves you into the center of the moment. Now they have to stop being hurt and start reassuring you. You've made your guilt the emergency and quietly handed them the job of managing it. A real repair keeps the focus on them, not on how bad you feel. So what does the real thing actually look like? It's simpler than any of those and harder because there's nowhere to hide in it. 4 moves. First, name what you did, plainly, no cushion. I snapped at you. I shut down and left you standing there. Just the fact, said out loud, with no lawyer attached. That first clean sentence does more than anything else that follows because it tells them you actually see it. You're not going to make them prove it happened. Second, name the impact, not your intention. This is the one people skip. You don't say, I didn't mean to. Of course you didn't mean to. Nobody means to. You say what it probably did to them. That was scary. That made you feel like you didn't matter. When you show them you understand how it landed, they don't have to defend how they feel anymore because you already got there first. Third, and only third, you can say the one true thing about what was going on in you, but as information, never as an excuse. I was carrying something from work, and I put it on you, and that wasn't yours to carry. Notice that's not a but. It doesn't undo the apology. It just gives them a door back to you. The test is simple. If the reason makes them responsible, it's an excuse. If it makes you responsible, it's honesty. And fourth, the part that actually rebuilds anything, what you're going to do differently, kept small and real. Not, I'll never do it again. They've heard that. And a promise that big is really just a promise to disappear the problem, which nobody can keep. Something you'd actually bet on. When I feel that coming, I'm going to step out for 10 minutes instead of firing back. A small, specific, keepable thing. Because trust doesn't come back through the apology. It comes back through the next 20 times you do the small thing you said you'd do. Then you stop. You give them room. You don't stand there collecting your forgiveness like a receipt. A real repair can be received slowly. You don't have to be okay with it right now is one of the most trusting things you can say, because it means the apology wasn't a transaction to get you off the hook. It was just the truth offered. That whole sequence, notice, name the feeling, choose your response, and repair when you need to, is exactly the loop I built the app Israz around, and the repair step is right there in it to walk you through this when you're not sure how to start. It's mine, so weigh that how you want, but it's the tool I wished existed, so I made it. It's at israz.app. And the same honest line as always before I go, this is a communication skill, not therapy, and I'm not a stand-in for one. If the ruptures are frequent or deep, talking to a real professional or an accredited VSO is a strong move, not a weak one. And if anything at home has crossed from hard into unsafe for anyone under that roof, that is past what a video or an app can hold, and it's worth reaching out for real support. The Veterans Crisis Line is there anytime. Dial 988, then press 1. Next video, the timeout done right, how to step away in the heat without it landing as abandonment, and the exact words that make the difference. Subscribe so it's there when you need it.